the last video I made, it's because I'm channeling something that came in. It didn't come out right at all. And both men and women are should feel a profound responsibility. They are deeply responsible for making each other comfortable. It's just that now you got to think with me what I'm trying to say. Is there some vocabulary we can come up with? Now I feel like Krishnamurti. If you've ever seen him, he's sitting on his hands for one. He always sits on his hands, you know, and because he's like, "You guys, would you stop doing this shit?" I think, and he's like, "Think with me. Ask this question," and there's like 30,000 people in front of him or something, and he's just talking to himself. Really, it's like, if it is a very scientific and science is based in truth, that is the same for all of us. It's an experience that if you use your eyes and your ears to keep looking, and we will come up with the same thing. And so, you know, I was just trying to look at, see, with men and women, which I'm not attracted to the subject matter at all. I didn't come here to do that. I came here to do something. I love them. I love them. Have I not said that yet? I'm sorry. I do. I think they're cute, says God. No, there isn't one solely responsible for one's comfort. They both, you know, they do this thing like this, right? They're going like this with their weaving through. And as far as I'm concerned, if there were men and women here, really, we would speak differently. Literally, the language that we spoke, pardon me while I'm tuning in my chickens. I don't think there's anything going on right now. Literally, there would be a different, it would be a different, see, our language, especially the English language, yeah. No, every language would be this way. Because if you acknowledged the spectrum, if it's written, no, I think that what I'm looking at is the space, the interfacing system that was sent from outer space is the English alphabet. And every single, you know, it's preferred that every bit of the organism, which is red, yellow, black, white, brown, needs to learn English. And it's because it's an interfacing system sent from outer space. We are moving ahead. Technologically, there's something going on with that. And the universe is actually a technology. Sorry, I'm being distracted. And so, yeah, not the way you think it is. It's very, very organic. It's something, it's like, yeah, anyway, what I was, see, this subject matter needs to be approached this way as far as men and women. As something very just a matter of fact, you know, because there, you know, religion and something, false science, I think, has created a mystery out of it. And there's some lingo and stuff like language, you know, that is left in there. You can see it kind of, it's very metaphorical and fairy tale-ish, you know, but it's right in front of your face kind of thing. Yeah, yeah. I was downloaded with some things today, this day. See, my video that I'm going to post next, or with this kind of back to back, same shirt, will be expressing something. And I just wanted to clear up that I'm not a biased person at all. I've never been this way. I have 5 planets in Libra. My Mercury is conjunct Uranus, which means that my mind is conjunct the generational thing, which is Uranus, and Pluto. Pluto is conjunct. My Pluto is Sun, Mars. Pluto is conjunct. Yeah. Thank God for astrology. I can see exactly who I am through it. And it's weird because, well, I'm probably one of the only kind of people that can do this. It's because I have a Mercury conjunct Uranus. If you look up Mercury conjunct Uranus, it says right there, astrologer, genius, actually. People that can, their minds are conjunct the very thing that God uses to hook information into us, which is I was just talking about the universe. There's a plasma light, and so there's lightning, and so it's hard to explain here, but believe it or not, a Mercury conjunct Uranus is going to go zing, get this flash of lightning, and now they know something, and that's how we have things here. That's how Tesla was. That's how some people are. They're channeling. We have that going on. Anyway, I I love that about me. See, my mind is there. It's given to it. I can get really, really harebrained. Of course, that's what the negative side of it. Because why? Well, life is pretty complicated. We're not just a mind here, right? And so we have to feed ourselves. And I thank God for my Venus in Virgo, which is in Earth. And so then you look at, well, yeah, Venus and Virgo. So you want Earth in your chart if you have a lot of air. See, but so you look at my 5 planets in Libra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are ruled by Venus. And so I look at Venus and it's an Earth. So there's actually a lot of Earth, which is really, really good. You want to know somebody with Earth because they are practical. Believe it or not, I'm a very practical person in person. I'm having a practical an issue of practicality. I mean, of course, it's hard to get all of our practical. Is it what the hell's that name? Oh, it's too close to proctology. But anyway, practical. I know what practically practically practic prac. What's a prac? Believe it or not, you can look this shit up and look it up. Shit. Because I'm just, where's my phone? I mean, my dictionary. What are these things anyway? Telephonics. Phonics means, um, doesn't it mean, how do you put your words together? Reading, trying to comprehend. Uh, oh, it's down there in the kitchen. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a biased person. Nope, not all my life ever, not ever. I've been living, this is what's going to really start communicating. It wants to communicate. See, it wants to go beyond the binary. And I didn't know what they were talking about that when they talk about binary as far as the human being. We are trinary. We have a heart. We don't have, see, we have this, now we're talking about science. Holy shit, I'm trying to work this out right in front of your face. Thanks for listening to this, but yeah, here's another video right here. Watch it. I'm just preparing you that some of the stuff I said, it doesn't come out right, but there's something I'm working on about, you know, it's about the human organism and how they're designed yeah, see, because that's what's going to happen. None of my business. And it does happen. Did you know that? There's evidence it could show somewhere where they just totally covered it up. And you know that? But there's a story somewhere. They don't have an electronically industrialized, so they're not going to tell you that God. See, now I'm leaning towards the saying that. See, because I think that if there is politics that mankind has, their leader is women. And if there's politics that a woman has, do we call the man her leader? No. Truth is our leader. Truth is our leader. That's it. That's it. So thank you for sitting through this with me. So she and he. Now I'm speaking for myself, but really, now think about this. Now, you have to be really, really, really sensitive to start dialing in on things around you, which are the truth, and then you start getting. See, details are important on a whole other level. It's not the devil there. It's God there. You want to know. You can't stay ignorant of things. You know, it's the difference between hearing a great song, talk about music. You know, there's boring songs. I'm sorry. Some people are not. Some people don't want to get so complicated, right? Right? Yes. So it depends. And you know what? You can tell by the way, by what people, what they listen to, how their mind is going, like their consciousness is like, wow, you like Jethro Tull, or you like classical music? You can listen to jazz. And see, me as a musician, I can listen to everything, but I know that it's a level of consciousness coming through. It's math, and if you can't get into like quantum physics, then you're not going to be listening to any other. Like if you can't get into the spectrum of fractals, you're good with country music. And you're gonna you're you. I'm sorry. Okay, it's consciousness. Now I'm just flashing like Shauna. Not everybody wants to be a scientist. Not everybody is. Okay. Hope you find these videos interesting. I'm working on something for, if anything, it's for me, you know. If anything, we go back up, we kind of keep looping back, and we say, "Can we try this again?" Yes, but we can try this again. Yeah, we try this again. You know, we could have tried this. Doesn't mean. See, I don't know. I'm about to see. I'm about to see, baby. You know, I have I have relatives. We're not in contact, but one of them is my dad's son. He had a son on the side, which is very common. And I didn't find out till like a couple of years ago or 3. And my attitude towards it really is like, really? Wow, I love people. It's like, let's meet some people. I don't know, let's meet, you know. And really, this person is my half brother. And the fact is, I saw him. I was in the same room with him because my best friend that I was running around with, um, it was her aunt that he was born to, and my dad had an affair with. And so I didn't know. I remember my friend was so loving to children all the time, and she pretty much I think raised him probably when she was really small, and I remember looking at this cute little blonde boy, and I'm like, okay, but go out and play? I was just wanted, you know, I was just a kid really. We were teenagers, and I was hanging out with her, and we were running around, and I had no idea that that was my half brother, and he just had a kid. Why am I talking about this? I don't know, just offspring, you know, the stuff that's going on, like the blender. I don't think that the way that it works here, that I think whether or not we come back here and do things like karmically or dharmically has nothing to do with um, whether or not that we keep having children here or don't have children. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like even though I didn't have kids, I bet you anything I can come back here and groove around. Because a lot of people would think that, well, you know, you have to have kids to reincarnate, like, right? But no, I don't know. Doesn't that make sense? Like, isn't that what it looks like? Isn't that what reincarnation looks like? Well, he didn't try and get you going. And it's like, no, that's not true. But having said that, shoot, man, you know, I wish it was a better paradigm where everybody could love more. See, that's where everybody's frightened of me. I'm highly misunderstood, and I'm somebody who is just I can keep to myself, but I like to share what I'm doing. That's what trees do. Trees, they're, I mean, well, you can let it go to rot. You'd be like, what, Shauna? You don't yell at a tree because all of the fruits are going to rot now. It's like, what are you, Sean? It's like, well, I didn't have a piano to play. There's a piano sitting over there. I should go there. See, would be the way that I get known in Idlewild is I show up at the town hall and say, yeah, I need a piano. I've been here for this long. I'm just telling my story. How about that asphalt? Blah, blah, blah. What are you guys? Whatever. Can I have the piano or not? Bye. See, if they don't like me, good. We're going to find out. See, there's a split happening. Now, in your town, and especially in this community, why not make council based in that fact right there, and then we'll really get some identity going too. We will really identify ourselves here. What does that mean? I say it means you get your constitution going. You get a constitution.